This week on One Crazy Story, comedian Jeff Horste joins us to talk about what it was like to shoot his first comedy special and more. We need the license for it.
And do you have any other photos? And then I'm like, well, my mom, who's standing next to me, she would love for her photos to say that she's a Comedy Central.
Yeah,
she's had photographs that have made it on national television.
She's published.
She would, she would love the credit. She gives you permission. And here's a link to an album of 70 more photos.
Oh,
she was like, do you have
God.
a few more? And then within 2 minutes, I sent her 70 more photos. And
From that,
her response was, this is everything.
Hello and welcome to another edition of One Crazy Story. I'm your host, Nate Armbruster, and this week I'm talking with comedian Jeff Horste. Jeff was on the show earlier this year, I think, or late last year, and we talked about his infamous mustache and why he probably shouldn't have kept it, but it's just a big funny part of his past now. And a lot of cool stuff has happened for Jeff since the last time I've talked to him, and very exciting stuff. His first ever Comedy Central special is airing on Friday, August 24th at 11 p.m., so make sure you set those DVRs or whatever, however you watch TV, whatever. Just do it. Make sure you watch it. It's a big deal. It's exciting. And part of the reason it's so exciting is it's part of the show Kevin Hart Presents The Next Level. So there's actually a small interview portion where Kevin Hart interviews the comedian. And the last time I talked to Jeff, we talked about his mustache in high school and how they're part of his senior photo album for all of eternity, and that's hilarious. And what's even better about it is Kevin Hart actually sees the picture on the show. That's part of the thing. They wanted to see an early headshot, an early photo of when he started comedy, and apparently Kevin Hart makes fun of it, which just cracks me up. I don't know, it just makes me laugh. I was like, holy crap, man, that's so funny that you had to explain that to him. So anyway, Jeff and I talked about what it was like shooting the special, getting to work with Kevin Hart, and do all that cool stuff, and all of the style choices he's learned. It seems like it's constantly evolving for Jeff. First the mustache, then the jeans shorts, and then you know we cover it all, I feel like. And actually, this is kind of just, I guess this is just really me and Jeff talking about how we both don't know anything about how to dress or present ourselves. So Friday, August 24th, make sure you watch Jeff Horste on Comedy Central and go see him live. Go to jeffhorstecomedy.com, find out where he's performing at, and go see him. Also, if you want to get in touch with me, you can follow me at One Crazy Story or at Nate Comedy, just about anywhere on the internet. Also, if you want to email me directly, just email me at onecrazystory@gmail.com. Tell me what you think of the show. If you have any comments, thoughts, anything like that, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for listening. Enjoy this week's episode with myself and comedian Jeff Horste.
The interview with him was like 10 to 15 minutes.
But they chopped it down to
both
2.
times. So first I did, they're going to chop it down to 2.
Well, that's good that you got a rerun.
Yeah.
Because now,
I technically did it 3 times, but it only felt like twice because one time they had to redo it, and they told me after I already changed out of my clothes and did the whole interview. And then they went on to the next person. Like, I was the second person out of the 6 of us that like got interviewed. And then on number 4, they were like, hey, Jeff, we're going to have to do it again. And I was like, what the fuck?
I'm sure he could tell the difference in round 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Jeff's
round 2 only got like a couple minutes in.
Yeah.
And then they were like, let's do it again.
Have they never done this before?
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like a pretty simple shot.
Yeah, it really is a very simple shot, all things considered there. I have no idea what the issue was. I know that on the picture, it reflected weird. Mm-hmm. It was such a shiny, well done, like they put it like on a picture frame. Mm-hmm. Where I fucked up is because these are the levels that I fucked up. In retrospect, I wish I would have went back, and I was so grateful to be there that there's certain things that I didn't want to come off as taking advantage of anybody.
Right.
So, but I could have got like, if I would have brought my receipt for my shirt, I would have been reimbursed like an extra $50. And then like for my rider, I just asked for things that they probably give everybody anyways. I was fruit and vegetables would be like, they're like, a veggie tray? She was like, yeah, we just give you those without even asking. Like, that was just going to be a part of it. I was like, I drink beer. They're like, yeah, it has a bar. There's a bar there. Yeah. You don't even have to. I'm like,
that's hilarious.
Tea?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was being picky. I was trying to think of something just to have something that was unique for just me. And I was like, well, if I'm sick, I'd hate tea makes me feel better. I'm not planning on being sick though, but that would be cool if I was sick and there just happened to be tea and I didn't need it. And there's way more tea than you need. There's like 30 fucking bags. It's like, what
That's
am I gonna?
great.
You'd have to binge drink all the tea.
We gotta drink all this.
We gotta drink all this.
Oh, and then you find out you get to take it with you.
Oh, yeah.
Were they gonna stop you from taking it with you?
Yeah, no, they gave me like a little mini bag. They're like, well, here's a thing of deodorant. Here's a thing of like a toothbrush. Yeah, the other day I just used the last of my Kevin Hart deodorant.
Use the last of your Kevin Hart.
My Kevin Hart deodorant. It didn't last anymore. It's just a regular thing. It's like Old Spice or something. Like anybody, you can buy it anywhere.
Yeah,
but
but
I remembered where I got that.
That's so funny. Thanks, Kevin Hart, for making me smell good.
This is my first time using armpit things to like not get armpit stains.
Oh,
on
like
shirt.
on camera and stuff.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And that's one of those things where like, was that uncomfortable at all for you, like to perform? Because if you're not used to it.
It was weird.
Is it? I feel like it would distract me.
It was the last thing that I was thinking about once it started.
All right.
So beforehand, I was like, am I ever going to get used to this cord under my shirt? Am I ever going to get used to the armpit thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
it's probably safe to say that you don't notice it when you're on the stage at the Orpheum Theater.
Yeah.
And you're used to playing.
There are little tiny things though that I never put any thought in because I was just so grateful for the opportunity that I didn't plan it, that I should have. Like, do you want the water bottle? Do you want a drink on stage? Okay. What kind of drink do you want on stage? Okay. If you want a water bottle, we have to remove the label. If you want a cup of water, it has to be a cup. So I was like, do I want just a regular bottle of water? I thought bottle of water was simpler, right?
Yeah.
But then I didn't think of the fact that I'm like, well, now it's going to be harder for editing. I could have just picked up a drink, set it down, boom, now you're done. You just pick it up and you just drink it because it's open, because it's a cup of water. But a bottle of water, then it's like, oh well, if I open it, then it creates more issues with continuity and stuff like that, and just of the awkwardness of telling a joke fumbling with a fucking cap.
Yeah,
I should have.
Yeah.
So I did the water bottle, and those are the tiny things that I'm like, shouldn't have did that.
No,
I have some of those things in my mind of
but
how
then
it went.
at that point, because you don't know how they're gonna edit it, you know, right? So like you probably shot more than they're gonna release.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they could.
Yeah, that's true. I did 30.
Okay, and so the final special, including the interview, is a half hour. So technically, and commercials. So they're gonna. So they'll most likely cut stuff out.
So yeah, usually the episodes end up being like 20 minutes of the performance, and then 2 minutes of like an interview and the cutscenes and stuff.
That's so funny that you're like, look, I'm used to showing up to a gig not knowing. I bring a stool and mic stand with me. Like I've never thought about what I would drink on stage.
Yeah. The level of, and then there was tape where I had to grab the microphone from a specific place.
Yeah.
I was gonna have to set it on a specific place so the camera knows where it's gonna be and it's not blocking anybody or any camera's view. I'm so not energetic that they changed the order a little bit, which is fine. But originally I was gonna go second.
Oh, okay.
Which doesn't make a difference regardless.
Because they're shooting three in three in a row back to back.
Yeah, 3 in a row back to back.
Same audience.
But the same audience, and the host, they don't just find like a bum host. Like they find somebody who they know will do well.
Right.
I forget who was originally supposed to be the host, but then last minute it changed to this guy named Speedy. And I've never met him before, but he killed. He did great. So it was kind of like for oddball of like where you're going up, and it's like if Big J is going to do jokes in between, it doesn't matter when you go up. Everybody started with an audience laughing before they went up. So originally I was second, and then they changed it to first, and then I got a little bit nervous, but they only changed it because of the energy. They're like, Jeff is lower energy. The guy that goes up after him is a lot higher energy. The audience might think it's weird that he's doing jumping jacks, and then I'm just sitting there talking into a microphone. But it was funny that they wanted me to. They still want to make sure that the camera captures your movements on stage. So the only movement I have is a joke where I'm having it's an awkward situation of me in a bathroom. Yeah. And me just reaching my hand slightly over. Like that was it. Like they were like, do you do any? They're like, but we need you to do them. We need to watch you do them so we can make sure the camera. Do you got that? And then so I'm just like in the holding a microphone.
Doing act outs
I'm just acting out, grabbing toilet paper like 20 times, just like feeling. Then you do it so many times that it takes away the funny from the joke.
Yeah.
So then like while I'm doing it, like on the 12th time of doing it, I'm like, I don't even think I want to do this fucking joke anymore, guys.
That's
like this
so
is so
funny.
uncomfortably and weird.
Just reach for the toilet paper.
Just
one more
okay, yeah.
time. I don't even. You're like, guys, it's fun, and that's the thing is like,
and they're so business-like that they don't even care. I'm self-conscious that they might not think the joke's funny because it's in the wrong context.
Yeah.
I didn't say the whole joke.
all they're thinking about is their job. That's it.
That's all they care
The
about.
sound guy's trying to just okay, there it is. It's hitting the levels. Okay, the camera guy's like, okay, it's focused. Like I don't, just, like you really don't think
that's
about
all they
that.
care about.
That is all they care about.
They're just being professional and doing their
that's
job.
how it's supposed to be.
And
But
I'm just
we're
like,
just like these
I'm
weirdos.
Like, I promise it's funny though, guys.
No, guys, I'm serious. It's funny. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so funny how comics are like that. Just the whole time you're still thinking like, don't worry, it's gonna be good. I promise. Now when I watch the actual special, God, what if that's the joke they cut out?
Could be.
I'll be pissed if I watch. I'll be like, God damn it, Jeff really built up the toilet paper
I'm
bit.
gonna be really upset if I'm not gonna be really upset regardless.
I mean, yeah.
The only thing that I'm looking forward to specifically is the mustache, because I would find it very weird if they didn't use that part.
Yeah, because they show the picture, right?
They should.
Do they show the picture?
If they use that part of the interview, then they will show that picture on the screen.
How could they not?
And that's the funny thing is that there's so many other people. So they essentially reached out to all the comics and said, find a picture from when you started comedy, and then Kevin Hart will kind of make fun of it a little bit.
Right.
We'll all laugh at you. Show your progression comedically was the idea. But for me, I kind of looked generally the same. From when I started comedy.
Yeah,
but
dude,
a few years before that is when I was done with the horse stash, with my ridiculously embarrassing mustache that I grew up with. And that, I had a million pictures of those because my mom is a photographer and she took my senior pictures. So what was funny is that when you see other people's episodes, it's kind of a grainy picture. It's not that focused. It's embarrassing, but it's not like
it's a normal
photo.
like childhood photo or like whatever, or a normal headshot or whatever.
Mine's like in framed. I'm posing. You know what I mean? Like it's way worse, and it's in better quality. So I am more embarrassing looking, and the photo is just a great quality.
You can
photo.
see every mustache hair.
You can see every single whisker. You can see every part of it. And my mom is very organized with her photos too. Yeah. So my mom.
How many? Please tell me she has everyone still. Because nothing was digital then still, right? I mean, I know we're young, but like, I mean, what? I mean,
yeah, no, it was digital.
Yeah,
it was digital then.
So she's probably got, but she's got like everyone.
Hundreds.
It's not like she's just sitting on a couple negatives. It's like there's probably so many like duds. There's probably so many like.
She sent me the whole photo album.
Oh my god!
This is what it was that.
That's amazing.
One of the producers of the show, when we were out in LA, they were like, hey, do you have... And it was funny how quickly I responded. That's what they could not stop laughing. This was what the funny thing was. They send me an email and they say, hey, we just want to make sure that everything's cleared with the photo, that you're allowed to use it.
We need the license for it.
And do you have any other photos? And then I'm like, well, my mom, who's standing next to me, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like she would love for her photos to say that she's a comedy essentially.
Yeah,
she's had photographs that have made it on national television.
She's published.
She would,
She's published.
She would love the credit. She gives you permission. And here's a link to an album of 70 more photos. Because she was like, do you have a few more? And then within 2 minutes, I sent her 70 more photos. And her response was, this is everything. And then...
That's amazing.
I loved it. I was like, I just love that they appreciate it. Because obviously I can make fun of it, but I'm glad that they were also in the same mindset as well. Because that was some of the funniest conversations were with the producers about the mustache. Because like there's this guy named Joey Wells. He was telling me about it. He's like, well, what I like about you is that you don't pander to the audience, and that this represents you a lot, because it's like, black people don't want to be around people that are trying too hard. But at the same time, I look at these photos and I'm like, I don't think you could have tried a little, like we wouldn't have been upset if you could have met us halfway. Like, I get it that you don't want to be the white kid that dresses like you're black, but I mean, you could have.
That's
not,
so funny.
dressed so insane of a human being.
All you're missing is a LaCroix.
Yeah, it was insane.
Oh.
And I'm it's like I'm in a barn setting. The photo that they're gonna use, if they do use it, is I'm in a barn setting. I'm wearing jorts and a Southfield High School hoodie.
Jorts
with a ridiculous mustache.
What year was this again?
I graduated in 2005.
Oh my God.
And but culturally, I've noticed that black people have held on to wearing jean shorts well longer than white people did, because I didn't even know that I didn't know the term jort, or I didn't even know that there was another form of shorts. I didn't own a different pair of shorts that were not jean. It was completely fine.
I feel like
all of high school.
I feel like it fall in my mind. Jorts are that's one item of clothing a black dude can wear and it looks cool.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, I get it. It doesn't look fun. Like, I don't see that outfit and think you shouldn't be wearing that. But if I saw it on a white dude, I'm like,
I'm like, I understood some things.
You want to ask
I'm
like,
I'm not, FUBU. Like, there's certain things that were the big, you know what I mean? Like, if I was wearing a wave cap or something, like, there's certain elements that I'm like, okay, well, obviously that's clothing that's traditionally and stereotypically that's with black culture. That's not with white people. Aren't rocking that.
I thought it was fubba.
But just shorts, but just jean shorts. I never thought of it that way.
Well, but I remember that being a trend just across the whole spectrum, though. You know what I mean? Like, that was just kind of in anyway. Yeah. But you were just late. You held on to it probably longer than.
Yeah.
Like, so you're like, okay,
ridiculous.
A lot of people in their senior pictures like dress up, like they wear like nice, like I'm going to church kind of cool,
no.
or like
dress up at all.
or like you would think like it would be like this really formal thing.
Yeah, I didn't dress up
with jorts.
I love jorts and a hoodie. At a Southfield High School hoodie.
That's amazing.
And you can see like hay and stuff in the background behind me.
That's amazing.
So Kevin Hart, when he brings up the photo, so that's why I brought up the photo. I told them I thought it'd be really cool if that was shown in the special. So I was like,
absolutely.
So
dude.
that was the only time that I did take a little bit of initiative more than just of what they asked of me. Because they were like, do you have any photos when you started comedy? And then I was like, well, no, this was a few years before. If you're willing to go a little bit further back.
You should, though, because this is hilarious.
This is way
and
better.
This is probably part of the reason I'm doing stand-up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's part of whatever's shaped my brain into thinking like this is
so
what
they kind of saw it that way, where they were like, okay, so this was still how you looked when you were, still the one of the token white kids in an all black high school. You still looked this ridiculous. So it's
no one made you shave that.
You still never really felt too obligated to try hard to impress other people. Like of how he.
That's how comfortable you are.
Yeah, that's how. And then, because I do look back. That is a level of comfort, because if I look back, I would feel uncomfortable to dress that way that I used to dress my entire life. I used to just wear that. But if somebody made me wear jean shorts and a hoodie and walk around with that mustache, I would not feel comfortable.
Oh my God,
I would not feel comfortable looking like that. But as a kid, I was fine.
Yeah.
I was completely fine.
I don't think there was any necessarily there was no style that I was into that. The only thing would be like, man, I just look like a fucking idiot. But I still do. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know what to do. There wasn't like better.
A specific
There was never
fix.
like a thing. Yeah, I never did my hair weird, or I never followed trends. It was always like a plain colored t-shirt and jeans, or like, you know what? My girlfriend doesn't like is cargo shorts, and I learned that quickly.
Okay, so what other type of shorts is there? Can you tell me? I want to
know
learn.
About cargo shorts?
To me, that's one of the two shorts.
There's
I believe,
and
there's cargo, and everybody's telling me whatever I wear is bad.
I feel like,
and I'm running out of fucking options.
I know.
I don't know what else
it's so
to wear.
Frustrating. It's like, so this is what I said. See, I grew up on cargo shorts, right? Normal, whatever. But it's just got the fucking
that's
pocket.
All I own now, because everybody told me not to wear the jeans.
But maybe it's like baby steps for you. Khaki shorts, but is that too much? Is that too far in the other direction? Khaki shorts I used to wear when I was selling. Yeah, because I feel like I wore khaki when I was selling cable door to door.
Yeah, and then also khaki shorts are cargo shorts without as many convenient pockets.
I know cargo short. It makes sense.
It's convenient.
She'd be like, because I remember once I asked her,
unless you want me to put all my stuff in your purse, you better fucking let me wear cargo shorts.
It's so funny you say that, because I'll wear anything she gets me because I'm like, of course, if I don't think you would make me look like an idiot. So I trust anything she gives me a shirt, I'll wear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I must look nice in this shirt. That's what I think, right? Why would she give me something that I look like an idiot in? Because she has to go out into public with me. But I remember once she gave me a pair of shoes and I was like, oh, are these the ones I should be wearing? Is this the style? And like, I was just like, I'm like, are you trying to give me a hint here?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I thought you looked nice in them. I was like, oh. And then I wore them. I liked them. And I was like, she was right. She's got a good eye, you know? And then I go, hey, is there anything? And I go, you can be as honest as you want. Cause like, I'm just out of curiosity. Is there anything I do now style wise or like the way I present myself to the public? Is there anything that I should absolutely not do as far as you being attracted to me or whatever? And she goes, cargo shorts. She didn't even like blink.
She didn't even blink?
No, she goes, cargo shorts. And I go, what's wrong with the cargo? I had one pair of shorts and they were cargo shorts. And I go, what's wrong? You know, and she's like, I just don't like that's just her thing or whatever. And it was just this really funny conversation. And then what's great is I was wearing them when we were talking about it. And then we went out later and I was wearing them and she didn't want to bring a purse. And she goes, will you hold on to like all of her shit, the keys.
Did you say no?
And I go, you want me to put them in my awful cargo shorts? Like you can't.
It's just gonna highlight it more. The puffier my shorts. And now everybody's gonna see it.
Yeah. Now I look like I'm going hiking with your clutch and your keys.
Everyone's like, dude,
hold all my shit. No, it's so funny though. So I've the next time I went shopping, I bought a pair of shorts. They're not. I don't know what kind of material they are, but they're just shorts. But they're not like khaki. They're not jeans. But I don't know. Gym shorts.
I think.
Can you do gym shorts? That's probably not
gym shorts.
You know, just like basketball.
Women are gonna say that khaki shorts or that I can't wear cargo shorts because they look weird, but I could dress like just I'm ready to play basketball at all times. That's insane. Why would people be more okay with that?
No, she never said she never
you're
said
just
that.
asking.
Yeah, no, I was just asking in general.
Oh yeah.
No, she wouldn't appreciate basketball. Like if we went to the bar and I was wearing gym shorts, she'd be like, "The fuck you doing?"
That's the interesting thing to me though when it comes to style based on like gender is that I feel like women have always had a thing that they didn't like about the way that men dress, and men have always been like not really had that. Like we've had things where we might think it's unnecessary. Women that wear high heels, men have been like for years. We've been like, oh yeah, you don't have to do that, right?
Right.
Like, nobody cares how tall you are, and that's completely fine. You can be beautiful and be 3 feet tall or 8 feet tall and everything in between. So I just don't. Yeah, I don't care.
I don't think anyone's really looking at.
I'm just more upset at you, but that just means you're not allowed to complain about your feet hurting because you chose to wear the uncomfortable shoes that I said you didn't need to wear. So that's all on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's nothing about like, I think you look bad in that. We've never had a complaint, but women have always had a complaint on
that is true.
Men dress for years. That is true.
Yeah. And I don't know. That might just be her. That might just be her thing. Cause I was like,
I've heard everybody bitch about cargo shorts. Yeah. That's the trending on Yahoo thing right now. Do you
and Esther go through? Have you ever had a conversation like that about like? Is there anything you wear that she was like, nah? It's like when you started dating her that because I gave her. I was like I was like I'm not gonna get pissed or whatever. I'm like anything that I do currently like with my hair, whatever. My hair, my beard. What like? Is there anything that if you could right now make me stop doing, what would it be? And she just went to cargo shorts.
I don't know if I ever asked that blatant of a question. But
always just because
she has given me things.
Some of this stuff
I've only wore up until last year was the first time that earlier this year. This year is the first year of my life of 2018 that I wore jeans that were not the color blue.
Oh.
Or a various shade of blue.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, maybe I had some that were black before.
Yeah. That's not that weird, though.
But I've never had anything other than just blue. I've never just
normal
gray.
Denim. Yeah.
Brown. Never had a pair of brown unless they were khaki, but just in jean. And it was
you're
weird
learning.
That's how far outside of the box that of where my comfort is that I was with my girlfriend Esther and our friend Saha is her name, and way better style they both have than I do. or even an understanding of it.
Right.
But they were just having fun talking to each other and shopping at Target. And I was trying on these pants, and I come out, and they're not there. And I'm feeling self-conscious. I'm feeling like I'm naked. Like
Right.
I'm feeling
That's a
like
weird
everybody's looking at me.
I've had the same thing happen to me where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna come out, like, I want you to like check these out, make sure I look like not an idiot. But then there's nobody,
and then there's nobody there. So now I just feel like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I gotta ask a stranger? Do I gotta ask this lady that just works at Target and be like, hey, can I pull off green pants? And
That's
then
so
she's
great.
like, what? Everybody wears those. That's fine. Like, but just it was just an insane. And I've talked to other people about the gray and brown. Bill Bouchard. We had a conversation with him. Probably I did a show with him like a week after this discovery, and he was like, yep. Susie did that to me. She told me she had me trying some.
My favorite pants I ever owned, gray Levi's. Levi's. Yeah. And I like never would have until it started seeing. I'm like, okay, and then you realize how dumb you looked for. I'm like the first 23 years of my life, I looked like an idiot.
My shirts were too
and I didn't
baggy
know it
before.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Nothing
that I didn't
fits,
realize.
right? Like,
nothing fit. And then Esther, that was the first thing that I think my version of the cargo pants for her was she was just like, just saying, I just think you look better in tighter shirts.
Yeah.
And I was so paranoid of having shirts that were too tight.
You don't want to be that guy.
But
she'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly. She'll let me know. She's like, yeah, it looks better when it fits you.
And
then,
that's true.
And then,
you don't realize that though. You don't realize that until someone says it. And then you feel, and then it feels. I mean, I guess it depends. Some people feel good and baggy shit, but
I didn't mind it at the time because that was just the way I thought shirts were supposed to fit. And then when I wore clothes that actually fit me,
you're like, I get it now.
I was like, oh yeah, this is actually more comfortable. And I was wearing the wrong jean size until Kevin Hart's people dressed me correctly.
That's so great. So they had stylists working with you guys?
Yeah, they came to my hotel.
Oh wow.
So they came to my hotel to teach me how to dress.
That's so great.
So
how's that process?
Everybody
because you've never had this service before, have you?
I've never had this.
This is especially.
Before.
And first, actually, before we continue with that, I wanted to ask. So when you were talking about pretty much being the guy that's like so low maintenance and stuff, and that's just the type of guy you are. But also, I'm wondering how many other people were shooting were from the Midwest.
There was another comic from Chicago.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, I wonder if it's just like one of those things.
Calling Chicago Midwest,
but I understand. But I just
Midwest. Most people think of just like a stereotypical one-nighter in Michigan. Just a trucker hat, white dude.
You're right. Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I should say, I was wondering how much of that was just L.A. And then this is just what they're used to.
Yeah,
as far as performing
of a lot
goes.
Of stereotypes together.
Yeah,
it's black people. Just have better style or care about style more than white people.
I'll tell you what, man.
Just as a whole.
We talk about
to every aspect of this entire thing. This was my first time being styled from every perspective. I learned getting my hair cut. I never had too much facial hair before, so I had no idea what to do with the sideburns. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, just taper it, take a little bit off, take a little weight off." Is what the expression was. So I got my hair cut and my facial hair trimmed on both Thursday and Friday. Just the next day, it was because we had our own professional barber whose job it was to just anytime we went in, we could be like, "Yeah, can you do a little bit right there?" Whenever we wanted. He was just there all day, ready to cut our hair. And
what's great is we're still on the lowest rung of the entertainment. And this is you're not even a star. You're just you get the star treatment.
Somebody else's
you're
show.
not. Yeah,
somebody else's name of the
show
not
is
even in the title.
Yes, no, yeah, you're not. But Kevin? What's Kevin Hart's trailer like? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
They were
that's
stressing about what coffee to give him that he didn't even want. They were yelling about it before he got there. They were like, "Where's his coffee? Where's his coffee? Oh my gosh, Kevin will be here in 5 minutes." And then he gets here and he's like, "I don't even want to. I'm fine, guys."
That's so great. That's so funny. Oh, it's amazing. But that's what it's like. Oh, anyways, sorry. So you had the barber.
So and so the whole process, I realized how little I cared about how I look in public, and I could care a little bit more.
Sure,
it's not.
You don't have to look like.
You're
not going to be shooting a special every single day, but maybe trim the beard,
tiny things,
or maybe
just making it all blend nice. And so I thought that slim jeans, slim cut. I thought those were skinny jeans. I did not know I was so scared of wearing skinny jeans
Oh my God.
that I never wore slim cut jeans. And Esther probably told me about it for years.
Yeah.
She says she did, and that I should try them. And then I said no, and I'm not even going to try them because I was being stubborn.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until Kevin Hart's staff paid a gay black man.
Yes.
Who,
Probably the
who
best.
literally did. It was literally like that show where it was just like
He goes, mm-mm.
yeah, he was just like,
oh
yeah.
no, like he walks into the hotel room. Oh no.
Yeah, he was just like,
no.
well, he was very polite, and he was just
Sure.
like, well, why don't you try those on? And I was like, I like them. I never knew that. He was like, and you look 10 pounds lighter. And I
Yeah.
was just like, thank you. Like,
It's
I was
crazy, man.
It's
It's
the
so
amount
funny.
of things that he taught me that I've never been told before. I never knew that for that cut, then it might look weird if you can see the person's laces.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, yeah, you can tie your shoes where you tie each lace to itself, like separately, not to each other, and you can tuck them on the side. So then your laces aren't showing, but it's still tight. And I'm like, I never thought about that.
Man.
Like, I was just like,
You gotta
tell
teach me
more.
that move.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like those were the funny things. Those were
That's
the.
so funny.
I made so many connections in that regard, where other people were like, "What's that manager's name? Do you have his
Right?
email?" Blah blah blah.
You're
And
just like, I'm just here to learn
so
how to
I
tie
can
my
get that
shoes.
taken off. I'm just learning how to tie my shoes.
I'm just learning how to tie my shoes.
I learned how to tie my
Yeah, you
shoes
go-
and dress myself.
You go do your little networking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
hang
have
out.
to go onto TV to learn how to dress myself.
That's
what
so
it's.
funny, man.
When I did the commercial from Heart of the City, when I did a Metro PCS commercial promoting the Heart of the City show, which got me this show to begin with, and I never thought about. Some things I see they look nice on other people. I just don't connect it to myself and how I would do that. So just a nice jacket. Never did that in my life. I never had an article of clothing over the main thing of clothing that had anything of a function other than warmth.
Yeah, right.
I was like, what do you mean a nice jacket? Why? You're just going to take it off. And they're like, no, sometimes you don't have to take it off.
Yeah.
It's part of the outfit.
It's
Like, what? That blew my mind. So they gave me like a nice jacket to
Oh
put
my
over
God.
a dress shirt. And then I was like, can I keep this? And then I'm so grateful for these things that they always let me keep it. I got to keep the jacket. I got to keep the pants. Oh, and the shoes. This is what I was going to say about how much just better. So I was the white guy on the season. And everybody else, they said bring 3 to 5 outfits. They brought outfits, but my shoes were just an all black pair of shoes from like Target or Kmart. They were Kmart going out of business sales. Kmart going out of business because it was 80% off, so they cost like $3. But it was still a brand new pair of shoes.
No, totally. No, totally.
So,
Yes.
but still, so
I
they look
get it.
clean. But to them, they were just
Crispy?
like, yeah, but. So not only did but they let me keep it. I was the only one that got to go home with the shoes. They're
like, you need these.
This was, we
Yes.
insist. You know what I mean?
We've improved your life in so many ways.
We can't take this from you at this point.
That's amazing. You know, shoes you don't even think about too. Like, I remember the first nice, like, with my own money, I went out and bought a nice pair of shoes. The only reason I bought them is because I was with, do you know Vince Morris?
Yeah. He's real cool.
Yeah, he's amazing. A good friend, right? And he is not shy about giving me advice, at least anything style-wise and stuff. And I remember once, I was like hosting the show that he was headlining, and he got there as I'm about to walk up on stage. I'm the first guy. I'm the first comedian up, and I'm just like trying to like pay attention to what I'm doing because like the music's playing, the show's about to start.
Yeah, so you're getting in the zone, right?
And
before
normally,
you go on stage.
when you walk in, you're like, oh, how's it looking in there, or whatever. And he walks in, he opens the door, and he goes, "The fuck are you wearing?" And I was like, and I'm like, what? And I was like, what? And I was wearing like tennis shoes, and he goes, go get a nice pair of shoes. Like, what do you? It's Friday night, and I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. You're probably right. Like, he was just like, but he was not shy about it. And I went out like the next day and I'm like, I'm going to go get a nice pair of dress shoes that I can wear like with what I normally dress. You know what I mean? Like nothing like.
Did you have those for the next show?
Oh yeah, I wear them all the time now. I never wear tennis shoes on stage
Did you
anymore.
show it to him? Like,
yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah. I sent him a picture. No, I sent him a picture.
picture.
I didn't even wait until he saw me the next time.
Oh, that's great.
He was dying. But I'm like, honestly, ever since that, I truly think there's something to that. Like they if you look, at least with me, probably maybe because I'm so young, but I think there's something to that where it's like, I don't look like. I think people treat you differently if you don't. I don't know. You know, because there's some people like I heard John Mulaney talking about why he wears a suit on stage, and it's like he always felt that. I don't know, at least with his age, and it was act works with it too. Like I couldn't wear a suit.
I
There's
don't know how to tie my own tie. Like that's the level that I'm at. I'm at the level of like if I had to go to court,
but you might not,
or if I have to go to a funeral. Part of the frustration of a funeral should not be like you're already sad because you're going to a funeral, and I have to spend 30 minutes before I leave googling how to tie a tie, and luckily I have a girlfriend and she's way better at it.
You know what you got to do, and it might be a little more obvious maybe to some people, but if you're at a funeral, I don't know if anybody's gonna mention it. They'll probably just mention it on the way home, but like when Jeff's not around, just buy one that's already tied. Just like a clip-on.
Because a clip-on doesn't have the thing that goes around the neck, right?
No.
Get
like a clip-on or like one that you don't have to tie.
I feel I've had a clip-on before, but I didn't know what other form of not tying a tie.
Well, I remember because I went to like Catholic school, so I had to wear a tie every day, and we up until junior high we didn't have to like. They were like, eventually they were like, you have to have you have to tie it every day. But, when you're a kid, they're like, okay, I had a zip tie. It zipped up.
That's a thing?
It was the best thing ever.
Why are all these things that people look down on, but they're just, it's an improved part of the invention.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
The original tie, you have to learn how to put it on. Then they make a tie that's intuitive.
It's funny.
And you don't have to teach anybody how to do it. You can head to a kid and they're like, oh, you zip it. It's always perfect. How is that? That's how stupid humans are, was that we improve an invention and that's how stuck we are to the idea of tradition. Yeah. They're like, oh, you're too lazy to. I'm like, it's not lazy. It's like I dated a girl whose parents would yell at her whenever she used the dishwasher. And she's like, but this is
there's a reason.
Makes it easier.
Yeah,
and you bought it. It's in your house. What do you mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Why can't I use
that's a little extreme.
Yeah, it's just like
I had to
improvement on technology.
You didn't go to prom in the stash, did you?
Worse. Well, wait.
Worse.
No, I didn't have the stash. No. I was gonna say went to somebody else's prom. So my freshman year of college, I was dating a girl who she was a senior in high school.
Oh, you were that guy with the stash. Oh God,
but I loved,
dude, and with that mustache. Oh, no, how did that?
I met her after after the mustache.
Okay,
so she didn't know anything about the mustache.
Okay,
but they gave. So I never went to my prom, but I went to her prom.
Okay,
and they give you a booklet of like ideas of like for suits and dresses and colors and stuff to pick out, and. She just thought a white suit would look cooler because everybody else would be wearing a black suit. And she thought it'd be cool if I wore a white suit and dressed like a pimp. And I don't think pimp was intended, but that's what I think of. It's not a common color for a reason. It's weird.
Yeah, I
and
feel like
you have to have a different level of style.
Yeah, and confidence. And not even just like confidence that I'm not going to spill anything on this.
Yeah, I'm still not at that level of confidence, let alone freshman year of college.
Right.
And her father was like very like, oh, no real man's going to be wearing it. He said that way before. Great. And he was so... Him having to help me put my tie on while I'm in a white suit. He's just so... He was just so disappointed in who he was dating.
Oh my god!
I could tell that he was like, "Oh man,
yeah, no guy taking my daughter."
This is white suit. This guy's wearing a white suit and he thinks it's good enough for my daughter.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Well, hopefully they catch the special.
yeah. Tag him on Facebook. Yeah.
Hey, remember me? White Tux.
White
What's
Tux
up?
Jeff.
Look at me now.
Look at White Tux Jeff now.
Look at
I was looking for that photo to be one of the photos to be considered, but I couldn't find it.
That's amazing.
When I started.
If only your mom took that one. Dude.
No,
nothing's better. I really hope they use it. That'd be so funny. Anyway, so the special comes out August 24th.
Friday, August 24th.
Comedy Central.
11 p.m. Eastern time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Hell yeah. And you were just in Louisville, right?
Yes.
How'd that go?
Last weekend with Dave Landau. It went great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I headlined on the Thursday, and then I featured for Dave Friday and Saturday.
Hell yeah.
And there was only 11 people there on the Thursday show, and it went great.
That's the thing, dude. Sometimes those small, but sometimes...
the host did a great job. Katie, don't remember her last name. Katie did a good job of getting the audience to come forward, and sit like normal people and not be spread out. And some people would be scared to even ask.
Right.
And she asked, and they did.
Yeah. Sometimes,
then-
man, those small crowds are the best, you know?
Yeah. You know what's funny? Sometimes is when your favorite audience member during the show, afterwards, you're like, oh, wow, he's an awful human being. I was judging
that
you
happen?
purely just on how much you liked me.
That's dangerous, right?
Isn't
When
that-
you realize
isn't
you
that
judge
not-
people that
yeah,
way?
that's not, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, you have to be a good person because you find me funny. That's not a good way to rate a human being at all.
I
And then
like you.
afterwards,
And
yeah.
then you find out he's like, wait, what happened?
Well, featuring was, you probably know him, Danny Browning.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a Louisville
I'm working
guy.
with him in January.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a cool guy, and we haven't seen each other in like a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went across the street and grabbed a drink, and then when we were leaving, we saw more than half of the 11 people. That was all one
that's
group.
Great.
And then they were like, "Oh, hey!" And then this guy, somehow we got to the top. I did some racial material.
Mhm.
And about not saying the N-word.
Right, which is a great joke.
And
great
somehow, even though he laughed at that joke, so while he was laughing at it, I got the idea that he agreed with the points that I was making.
Right, which you make great points in the joke. You're on the
So,
right side.
I really
You're on the
thought
right
that-
side of that joke.
I really
For anybody
thought-
that hasn't heard it.
I really thought that we were on the same page
Oh, boy.
of why not to say it.
Oh boy.
And man, he said it about 12 times.
Yikes.
He was like, "Oh, you can call a guy a burp whenever you
Yeah.
want to call him a burp. Like sometimes you could be like, hey, blankety, you should clean up that off of the sidewalk, you blank." And
He
I'm
said
like,
that
Holy
for sure. Oh.
shit! And I'm standing there, and his friends are walking away from him now.
Yeah,
because they
they're
hear this
like,
conversation,
"Oh,
and I'm like,
boy."
whoa, you don't get to walk away because
No.
now I look like
No.
he's my friend.
You're-
No, he's with you,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. He's
You're
not
the-
with me. He's not.
You're the reason he still thinks it's okay. What kind of friend?
Yeah,
Dude,
you
if I had
just
a
walk
friend-
away
oh,
like,
man.
this is the time when he says the N-word and we just ignore it. Don't ignore it
If
anymore.
I had a friend that spoke like that, I'd either correct them immediately. Like, I mean, or just never talk to them again.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yikes.
Like, oh, man, I don't know if he's just more drunk now and now he...
I don't know, but he
Gets
clearly
racist confidence?
I don't know. Is that the same thing that you can say, like where, like the people say with drunk, when you're more honest when you're drunk.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah,
that's like
you're
the
more
real
racist
you,
when you're
right?
drunk.
Well, no, but like that's like really how he thinks. Like he believes that.
Yeah, you don't accidentally
So
say
he
it
was just-
12 times.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he was just,
he wasn't
or-
mumbling to a
but
song.
I feel like
He said it
I feel like a
in a
rational,
racist way,
I feel
too.
like a normal.
He said it in all form
I feel like a normal person, like maybe because sometimes people are weird talking to comics after.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like he was
yeah.
talking about. It's not like he was like, "Hey, as you were saying about that thing, here's something to add to that." I'm just trying to have a
Yeah,
conversation
yeah,
because
no.
you said that.
Well, he was
and I
just
don't
saying
have to-
like, oh,
Nope,
no,
he's
you can say
definitely-
that. He was like,
definitely
but I do
racist.
think that you should be you can say blank. Like he was just like, you can say it. Yeah, anybody can say it.
Oh
Like
my
you can
God,
say
yeah.
it. And then he gave me a racist example of how to say it. And then we're all looking around at each other like,
Yeah.
well, I'm glad you liked the show. Have a good night. Like
Yikes.
it felt all
Yikes.
uncomfortable to end it on that.
I
note.
feel like the thing is, yeah, unless he would say that, he wouldn't say that to a black comic, and
Yeah.
that's what makes it racist.
yeah,
It's because you still.
anything that you're not comfortable saying to another group of people,
Yeah.
you should think about why you don't feel comfortable saying that to
Yeah.
those people.
I
Maybe that's
guarantee you,
not a
he
good,
would not have said that to. He would not have said that to
No.
a black dude
No way.
at the bar,
No way.
even as wasted as he was, probably.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit. What a loser. Oh my god. Anyway,
But yeah,
So-
Louisville was a lot of fun.
hell yeah. You got you got a website, right?
Yep.
What's the website? I want people to go see Jeff Horste.
Horste Comedy.
Hell yeah.
.com.
I'll make some links. We'll put some links out there.
HORSTE Comedy.
So watch the special August 24th. That's a
Uh-huh.
Friday.
Uh-huh.
Watch it and then go see Jeff live. Do that.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, do
That'd
it.
be great. I'd appreciate
He doesn't
it.
have
We're
the
gonna
mustache anymore.
I don't know when.
So this will be up tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, if you're hearing it, I'm having a viewing
Yeah.
party at Zeke's Barbecue, 9 in Woodward, just west of Woodward, I
Yeah.
believe. And yeah, they're nice enough to lend us the.
That's so
to
cool.
lend
Local
us,
celebrity Jeff Horste. I like it, man. You got a
Yeah.
whole bar. I don't know. There's no bar that would let me do that shit, even if I had a reason
There was
to.
only like 4 people there when on a different Friday when we were walking around downtown. So I think what it is that I really like. I
It's a
really
great-
like their food.
They have
But-
great food. It's a great
but
bar, but
it is a great food and a great bar. But the problem is that if they're open to 2, there's some places for some reason I think people like to go to places that have shitty food and just like, oh, we just get drinks here.
Right.
This is no,
Totally.
sometime at night, it seems like everybody goes to the bar, and this is a restaurant bar. So maybe they're just slower after dinner because you'd rather go to a place that has club music and stuff like that. And
it's less of a
no,
go
the
get
news
drunk
will be
bar.
on, and and you can talk to your friend. There's a TV right there. Fucking act like an adult and get drunk like an adult.
You know, we
And
never
I'm fine
use
with
the
that.
cable. We never use the cable, Jeff. Come in, bring all your friends. Bring all your friends. We don't use the cable, so we need to find a reason to pay for this still. So
Yeah.
we get. You make sure they get Comedy Central. That'd be funny if
they do have cable. They said that they had that.
That'd be great. Hey, do you guys get Comedy Central? Nah, you can't even. You show up, all your friends and family are there, and dude, they don't get Comedy Central.
It was a nightmare at the last viewing party I had.
Yeah.
And luckily, Esther kind of saved the day with her audio knowledge because they literally waited until it was time to air for them to turn on the TV and then or change the we didn't test the audio ahead of time.
That's great.
We just went in there with confidence that they knew how to do things, and we should not have.
Now you know. You got to go do a test run.
She had to plug in a microphone
and then put
the microphone next to the speaker in order to have audio in the room for everybody. And then it started by me yelling at everybody in the room to everybody shut the fuck up, because if everybody says that they can't hear, then nobody
that's
can
the
hear. Reason that you can't hear.
Totally.
There's 50 people saying
it's
they
like
can't hear.
If
everybody just fucking shut up. Yeah, it's exactly. That's
so
what it reminded
annoying.
me of. Those moments when I was a little kid and the teacher says to be quiet, and everybody, the only reason, there's nobody talking. There's just a whole bunch of people saying, be quiet. Now you got 20 kids saying, be quiet, shh, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, you be quiet. Nobody's really talking.
No.
We're just all telling each other to stop talking.
And then it takes forever.
So stupid. It takes
because you can't hear the person say be quiet, and then what?
Yeah. So I missed the beginning of the interview that time. But and anybody that can't make it to the viewing party, they put it on the Comedy Central website. If you don't have a login, I'll share with you my mother's AT&T. but
oh my God,
you have to have a cable TV provider login. So if at this point when people are like, oh, I don't have one, I'm just like, I don't believe that you really want to watch it. Because if you really did want to watch it, you can. Yeah, you don't know a single human being that has television. You don't know one. Look, I get it. We live in the Netflix era, and most people don't.
Funny?
But don't tell me
that
you
funny?
Don't know a single human being.
It's like telling. It's like when it's like when someone goes, "Hey man, I'm sorry I missed your show. I was working on Saturday at 10:30.
Yeah.
Even though I work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Or like whatever their bullshit excuses, and I'm like, you can just tell me no. That is, I can understand that. Like, you know, you got shit going on.
Yeah.
Whatever. You can't make it. That's fine. You don't need to give me a weird excuse.
Give me the made up reasons.
I don't care. I don't want you to come see it anyway. Like, but then like you finally get like something you're really proud of that you want to share, and it's like a really exciting thing. It's gonna be on TV. It's gonna be on Comedy Central. It's like it's a big deal.
It's like, and they're like, oh,
and
I'm sorry,
they're still like, nah. I know I don't have to leave the house to just to view it. Yeah. But definitely not.
You could text your cousin, and then they would give you a login to any TV provider. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know a single human being that you're related to or friends with.
I just think it's funny that you finally get an opportunity to share something really cool, and they're still kind of
they're still giving me the. I'll check the next one.
Wait, how much?
Let me know next time.
How much are tickets? I don't know. Go to the website. Wait, what's the website? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Just don't watch it. You know, if you're thinking, if you can't figure this one out, you just, fuck you, you know?
Yeah, it's in the world of Google now.
Yes.
It's
that's how it is. That's how it goes. Anyway, I'll be watching. I have to DVR it, but I'll be watching it.
Hey, well, thanks, man.
So, this thing is, I love the viewing party, but I'm like, man, if you get 50 people in a room, only one screen.
No, well, there's more than one screen, but still, it's definitely still more comfortable to watch it at
hurts,
home. Yeah.
No, not even comfort. It just hurts your ratings.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts your ratings.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, before you come to the viewing party,
I wonder how.
Before you come to the viewing party, turn on your TV to Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And leave it on.
And then after you watch it, still go to the website.
Yep.
And then you can watch it on
watch
the website.
it on every platform and let it finish. Don't pause it, because then they'll know that you paused it, and you probably didn't like like the toilet paper bit. Because if you pause it right there, they'll be like, that's where you lost them.
Yeah, that could be
even though the guy just had to take a piss.
Yeah.
But like they're gonna be like, nope, they didn't like it. They stopped right there.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if if there's like 7 TVs like in that bar.
Yeah.
So
what?
I mean,
Yeah.
it counts
I wonder
as
how that
7
works.
people watching it, right?
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to the viewing party, I'll put this in as if there's like a Facebook event.
There is.
Put it in
Yeah.
there. Everybody, I need the ratings. Nothing's worse than it's like.
Yeah.
Like either we're looking at the Detroit, you were the
And
lowest.
there's probably an app you could
You're
probably
the lowest.
watch it.
Yes,
and
turn it on.
Yeah, that would be. Everybody in the entire city watches it from one TV,
Yes.
and then it's like, wow, Jeff really didn't get the support we thought.
Yeah,
he would.
wow. You think your own hometown. You got at least 5 family members. At least I don't know.
Yeah. Your parents didn't watch it. Wow, that's
that's amazing.
My mom's like, I saw it live, so
yes, I've seen that. I've seen
I've
his
seen
skits.
I've seen it.
I've seen his skits. Anyway.
For the record, my mom is supportive.
No,
if
she is.
listens to
well,
this.
dude, she was so excited.
That's a
She
mom
was there
thing to
for you
say.
with the-
I had to say it.
Yeah.
I don't want my mom to think that I'm bashing her on a podcast.
If she, you know what? If she was so supportive, she'd listen to this podcast.
That's true.
I'm gonna make sure.
I'll tag my mom.
Make sure
we shouted you out.
Yeah, so
towards
give a
the
shout
end,
out.
so you have to
Does
listen
she
to
have
the
a
whole thing
photography
to hear it.
business still? Is she still doing it? Is she still photography?
She does photography. Yeah,
She wanna-
She doesn't
she-
like do that full time.
You want to give her a
But,
plug or anything? You
yeah, I don't think.
Oh my God! All right.
Yeah, message me if we'll figure that out.
All
You
right.
know, she'll go through what she works as much
She
as
has
she
a process.
needs to. You know,
yeah, that's fine. Anyway, thank you, thank you for returning to the podcast, Jeff. And
Yeah.
good luck with the special
Thanks.
and
Appreciate it.
everything.